Did you know that creating easy-to-use forms can improve the rate of contact form submissions from 42% to 78%? Hi, I'm Kay from the Asset team, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create and customize a contact form for your WordPress website, completely free. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a modern and functional contact form with no coding required. Now, to give you some context for this tutorial, let's imagine we are on the Cloudflix website, just after the Tyke Myson versus Peg Joel boxing game, like the game of the century. And now we want a feedback form. We want to ask people, what did you think about that game? So we want them to fill in a form. And this is the form we want to build. We want an image, then we want first name, last name, we want the email address. We want to ask them where they watched the game, whether they enjoyed the game, and who was their favorite person in the game. Next, we want to ask them how could we improve the experience, make sure we're okay when it comes to content, and finally the submit button. And as you can see, we want to make sure our submit button matches our brand colors. So for this tutorial, we'll be using a free plugin called SureForms, which allows you to create modern and customizable forms without coding. This plugin is way more user-friendly and easy to use compared to existing solutions. And yes, it's free. Now let me say it again. For today's tutorial, you can completely use the free version of SureForms. But I know some of you have more advanced needs like conditional logic, multiple step forms, webhooks, and more. And if that's the case, you'll be happy to know that SureForms also comes with pro plans that come with these advanced features. And if you're interested, I put a link in the description below. But for today's video, as promised, it's completely free and there is no time limit. Okay, so first here I'm in my WordPress install and I'm gonna go to plugins, add new plugin. Then in the search field, I'm gonna type SureForms, click install now and activate. So I'm automatically redirected to the dashboard, and from here we can create a new form. We can see the overview of the latest entries, but right now I'm gonna show you the settings. So here, click on settings. And here in general, as you can see, you can enable IP login. You can enable honeypot security. Security is always good when it comes to online forms. Next, we have options like validations, but we want to focus on email. And here you can enable email summaries. So basically, if you want a weekly recap, for example, of all the entries tied to a specific form, you can enable it here. By default, you will see the admin email here tied to your WordPress install, but you can completely change it and you can add several emails. Just make sure it's comma separated. Next, you can say the scheduled report should happen on Monday through Sunday. So you choose which day and you can send a test email summary. And this is what it looks like. So you see the name of the form here and you see the entries. Next, you have spam protection with several options. Now, I don't want this video to be too long, but if you're interested in spam protection, let me know in the comments and we may create a video about it. Now, last but not least, we have the integrations tab with webhooks for the pro version. Now, you can also add a plugin called SureTriggers, which also comes with a free version. And with SureTriggers, you can easily connect SureForms with the gazillions of other apps. All right, let's go back to the dashboard. And from here, we can click on Create New Form. And here you have two options, either build form from scratch or generate form with AI. So let's start with AI. And with the free plan, you get 5 generations. So here we can type what we want or we can use voice input. So here I'm just going to type feedback form and click generate form. All right, so that took about 10 seconds. And as you can see, I have my first name, email address, feedback, and then here, would you recommend us, suggestions, and so on. And that took just 10 seconds. Yeah. Now the other option is to build from scratch. So let's go back. Let me click here. I'm going to leave this. And as you can see, my AI form was saved as a draft. So I'm just going to click on add new form. And this time I'm going to build from scratch. Next, I can either click on the plus sign and add the fields here, or I can click on the plus sign here in the top left corner. And I also see all the fields here. And first of all, I want to add our image. So I'm going to click on image here and I can either upload an image, use one from the media library or insert from URL. I'm going to click on media library and I'm going to use this image here and click on select. Next, I'm going to add a text field. So I'm going to click here. And as you can see here, now I have a toolbar. I'm just going to click on 50%, double click on the text, and I'm going to type first name. And as you can see now here in the side panel, I have several options. I can change the default value. I can make this field required, which I'm going to do. I can change the error message, validate as unique, or add some help text. All right. So still with my field selected, see in the toolbar here, I'm going to click on the three dots and hit duplicate. Saving time is always appreciated. So let me change this to last name, and this time I don't want to make it required. Next, I'm going to add an email field. So I'm just going to click on email here, but this time for this one, I want to make it required. Next, if you recall, we want to ask the user where they watched the game. Here we have live streaming, live in person, or replay. So back in WordPress, I'm going to click on drop down. And from there, as usual, you can see we have several options. We can make it required. We can enable multiple selections, which can be pretty handy. Actually, we're going to use it in this case because maybe people watch the game on live streaming or in person, and then they watch the replay. And here, as you can see, we have our options. So option 1, live streaming. Option 2, live in person. And if you want to add a third option, all we need to do is click here and type the name of our third option. And in our case, it's replay. Next, we want to ask people if they enjoy the game. So for that, we're going to use the multiple choice field. Let me scroll down. And the options are pretty similar to the drop down, but not exactly the same. So let me show you. First of all, let's make this required. And when it comes to the options, it's pretty easy. Yes or no. So let me add this. And it's fine, but we can spice it up a little bit. So let me scroll down here. And here, as you can see, we can add either an icon or an image. So I'm going to stay on icon, click on the plus sign. And for the yes, I'm going to type check and pick this icon here. Click on insert icon. Now let me do the same for no. This time, let me type X mark and select this icon here and click insert. All right, so it's much better, but we can still spice it up a little bit. Now let me scroll back up. And as you can see here, we have the vertical layout option. So now that looks way better in my opinion. Okay, next we want to ask the user who did they prefer. And as you can see, we give 3 options with the images. Now trying to achieve that with most form plugins is going to be a bit complicated, but not with SureForms. Let me show you. So once again, I'm going to click on multiple choice and I'm going to give it 3 options. Type Myson, page all. Now let me scroll down, or nobody. Click on add. Now I don't really like the layout here, but that's easily fixable. All I need to do is go to choice width, and in the drop down, I'm going to select 3 columns here because I have 3 options. Next, I'm going to click on the image tab, click on the plus sign for the first one. So type Myson, and I'm going to pick this image here, click on submit. Next, I'm going to click on the plus sign next to page all. And here, as usual, I can drag and drop an image from the desktop or from a folder, or I can click on upload files, click on select files and add files from my computer. But I already have those files uploaded. So let me go back to media library and select page all. Click on select. And finally for nobody, let me click on the plus sign and I'm going to pick this image here and click on select. All right, now you probably know what I'm going to do. I'm going to scroll back up and choose vertical layout. That looks way better. Next, we want to add a feedback field where the user can really explain how we could improve the experience. So back in WordPress, I'm going to click on text area. Now let me scroll down. And here, as you can see, we have the usual suspects in terms of options. Now I'm going to double click on the name here and replace it by how could we improve the experience? Next, we want to add a form consent feature. Now, depending on where you are on the planet, this may or may not be mandatory, but let's just imagine. So here I'm going to click on the GDPR agreement block and voila. Now we're almost done, but as you can see here, our button is blue and our brand colors are red and black. So we want to change that. Also, the button is a bit small and I want to make it wider. So what we're going to do next is we're going to click outside of the form. So I'm just going to click here. And as you can see, the options have changed here. Once again, click outside the form. And next, click on the Style tab. And as you can see here, we can change the primary color. So I'm just going to use our brand colors. And here, as you can see, we have other options like field spacing. We can make the space between the field small, medium, or large. Now I like it medium, so I'm going to keep it like that. And next, let me scroll down. And here you have the submit button alignment. So here, I'm just going to stretch it because personally, that's what I prefer. But you can put it left, center, or right. Really up to you. So let me stretch it again. And I don't want to lose my work, so I'm going to hit publish. Now let me close this. And before I show you the actual form, there's a few more options I want to show you. So once again, I'm going to click outside the form here, then click on the General tab. And here I'm going to click on Form Confirmation. And here I can select the confirmation type, either a success message or a redirect. I could redirect to a thank you page, a custom thank you page, for example. But let's keep it simple here. Next, I can change the text message that user receives once they complete the form. And I can also decide what I want to do after the form submission. Do I want to hide the form or reset the form? I'm going to leave it as it is by default. Next, we have the email notification tab. And here by default, I have an admin notification email. So the email you inserted as your WordPress administration email is where this notification is going to go to. So here I can change the name if I want. All I need to do is click on this icon and I can change pretty much everything. The name, the email address I want this to be sent to, and I can add more email addresses. All I need to do is separate them by commas. I can change the subject and even change the email body text. Now, if we scroll down, you can see we have CC and BCC fields and reply to fields, just as with a normal email. So if you know how to send an email with Gmail, for example, you know how to use this. Now, let me scroll back up. Let me hit cancel. And as you can see, we can also add several other notifications. So for example, I can just click on this icon, duplicate this notification, edit it, and I can add several notifications. But for the time being, I'm just going to delete this one. Next, we have compliance settings. So for example, if you're in the EU and you want to enable GDPR compliance, just hit this option here, and you can even fine tune it with subsequent options. But for the time being, I'm going to turn this off. Next, we have integrations. So we have the webhooks features. We come with one of the pro plans, but we don't need that today, so don't worry about it. And also, if you want, you can integrate SureForms with SureTriggers. And as I said before, that means that you can literally connect SureForms with a gazillions of other apps. And last but not least, if you need it, you can add custom CSS. But we don't want to do this today because this is a no-code tutorial. So I'm just going to close this and hit save. Okay, that's great. We've done building our form, but how do you actually visualize a form? Well, that's one of the greatest features of SureForms. Even in the free version, you have access to a feature called Instant Form. So here in the top right corner, you see Instant Form, so just click on it. And what this does is basically is going to create on the fly a landing page. So even if you have no design skills, you're going to have a beautiful form that you can showcase to the world in just seconds. So first of all, let's enable Instant Form. And for the time being, let's enable the option Enable Preview. And voila, this is our landing page. But as you may imagine, we can fine tune it. So first of all, where you see site logo, I'm going to click on the plus sign and I'm going to select this logo here. You can add your own, of course. And there you go. You can see the logo here in the top left corner. Next, I'm going to select the banner background. So once again, I'm going to use my brand colors and I have an option here, use banner as page background. So by doing this, there you go. So it's really a matter of preference. Now, another option would be to use an image. So if I click on the image tab, then click on the plus sign, I can select an image and there you go. Beautiful. Now, if I toggle off this option, as you can see, the image is just here at the top, but I like it full screen. Now I can change the width of the form. Now let me reset it to what it was. And here at the bottom, I have the URL to that form. So I can just copy it. And now let me make sure everything was saved. So let me scroll back up here. I'm going to toggle off the enable preview option and make sure my form is saved. And now if I open a new browser window, I'm going to paste this URL, hit enter, and there you go. This is my form ready to go. So I didn't even need to create a page and embed the form. How cool is that? But if you do want to do that, if you want more control, you can totally do it. But before I show you how to do it, there's one more thing we need to do on our form. So here at the top, you see form title. So let's call it Cloudflix. And once again, let's save our form. And now if we go back to our dashboard, go to pages, add new page. Let's call it my page. And then here I'm going to click on the plus sign and I'm going to start typing SureForm. And next I'm going to click on this icon here. Here I'm going to click on select the form. And here is my Cloudflix form. Click on choose. And voila, here is our form. Now let me click on publish. And now if I click on view page, there you go. My form is embedded. Now, of course, you can style it and it's exactly what I did. And this is the result. So same form, same page, just a different style. Now that took me less than 5 minutes to build, and I did that with the free Spectra Visual Website Builder. And if you're interested, make sure you take a look at this playlist once you're done watching this video. Next, ensuring email notifications work. So when it comes to WordPress and contact forms, a lot of people experience issues with the emails and notifications actually being sent. Well, I have two solutions for you. The first one is actually here in the WordPress dashboard. So go to SureForms, Entries, and here, as you can see, you see all the form entries. So you can always double check, and even if it doesn't go through email for some reason, you can still get access to those entries. But that's just a temporary fix. But still, very nice to have. Now, the second and main solution is to actually ensure the emails and notifications are being sent. And when that happens, this is the type of email you will receive. And that solution uses a free plugin called Fluent SMTP. And we created a video on the topic. So if you want to make sure your emails and notifications are being sent, make sure you go watch that video. So today you learned how to create a customizable, modern, and functional WordPress form with SureForms. So you should now be able to create pretty much any type of contact form on your WordPress website. But as mentioned before, if you need more advanced features, you'll find a link to the SureForms Pro plans in the description below. Thank you for watching, and if you have any question, feel free to drop a comment. All right, let's clap. And that's it.